In this video, we will discuss about the sample space. What is it? Basically, the sample space is very simple. Let us start with a practical life example. If we will make a complete list of anything that is known as sample space, we just have to write it in form of statistical notations, like we can write the notation as, we can close the elements in curly braces, so it becomes the sample space. So what is the concept of sample space? Basically, whenever we make a complete list of anything, of any object, of any item, of any person related that variable, then that is known as sample space. Like if we have 20 strength in a class and we make, or we can write each and every student enrolled in our class, that becomes the sample space because we have make a complete list. So whenever we make a complete list of all possibilities, it is known as sample space. So it denotes with capital S, and each outcome is called element of the sample space. And we have two types of sample space: discrete and continuous. So if it contains finite number of outcomes, it is known as discrete sample space. So finite number of uh, items means, our finite list means, when two bulbs are selected from a lot, the possible outcomes are four. How we can see this? Like both bulbs can be defected. Either the first one is defective and the second might be good. Our first might be good and second might be defective. Or both can be defective. So there is no other possibility. So if I write, or we can write these four possibilities with the S notation in the curly braces, we can say this is the statistical sample space. Like if I write S is equal to curly braces and both defective, if I we denote letter D for the defective, we can say both defective as DD. If we say the first element is defective but the second one is good, so we can write this as defective good. If we can say the first one is the good, but the second selected is defective, we can write it like this. And what is the last possibility? Last possibility might be that we are lucky and our both bulb can be good one. So if we write it like this, we can say this is the statistical population. Sorry, statistical sample space. So this is known as statistical sample space if we write it with the notation S and close all the elements in curly braces. So this becomes the complete list of this experiment. And what is our experiment? We want to select two bulbs from a lot. So we can write the possibilities of selection of two bulbs like this. So this becomes a discrete sample space. So now the other type of the sample space is continuous sample space. Now how we can define this continuous sample space? Basically, whenever this is not possible for us to write each and every element of the sample point easily, that makes the continuous sample space. Like we can say uh, the temperature reading from 45 centigrade and above. We all know that we cannot write the temperature reading at each and every point easily. So if it is 45 degree, it means that 45 degree and above, there are million and trillion numbers between 45 and 46 centigrade. And this is not possible for us to write each and every element easily. So this is the continuous sample space. Still we can make the sample space. We can start it with the notation S and start the writing elements in the curly braces like 45 centigrade, so on, dot 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 till where we end. we don't know about this, but we can make the list of this. So the sample space which have finite sample points and can each and every element can be write easily is known as discrete sample space, whereas the sample space in which each and every element cannot be write easily is known as continuous sample space. So what we can get from the sample space? In sample space we can make complete listing of each and every element. Either it is discrete or it is continuous. Now let us see some examples of this sample space. Like if we have a coin and we want to toss it, it has two possible outcomes like head, tail. So if we reserve the notation H for the head and notation T for the tail, so this S for the sample space, and we close the elements in these curly braces with H, T. So H for the head, T for the tail. So this is our coin tossing experiment sample space. Similarly, we can make the sample space for two coins tossing experiment. Like if we say the first is H1 and second is H2, we can write is H1, H2, H1, first head, second tail, first tail, second head, or both tail. Like the example we discussed earlier of bulb selection. So it is, we work on the same lines like first time head occurs, second time again head occurs, first time head with second time tail, or we can get the tail at the first stage and head might be on the second, and we can get both tails. So these are all possibilities. So what is basically sample spaces? Sample space is basically a complete list of each and every possibility, of each and every outcome. So these entries are the outcomes of this sample space. So whenever we write with the notation S and close the elements in the curly braces, we can say this is the sample space, statistically sample space. Because now we assign the notations and write it in easy manners. Okay? So we can say this is the sample space of coin tossing experiment once and coin tossing experiment twice. So on the same line, we can make a sample space of die rolling experiment. We know that a die has 6 possible outcomes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we can write these numbers with the notation S. In curly braces, we can say this is the sample space of die rolling experiment. And this is the sample space of two dice experiment. So here are some more examples like the tossing of a coin, sample space is head tail, the rolling of a die, the sample space is this. Here you can see the first two are the examples of discrete sample space because here we can write each and every element easily. Whereas the third one, the selection of numbered balls, 1 to 50 in an urn. Sample space is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on 50. Look, here we have so on, but each and every numbered ball can be write easily. We can write 6 after 5, then 7, so on 50. So these selection of numbered ball is also the example of discrete sample space. So the next is percentage of calls dropped due to error in a system. So this is the example of continuous sample space because here we know that the first call dropped due to error is 2%, 14%, 23%, so on. But we cannot define its ending point. So it continues with the continuous interval. So this is the example of continuous sample space. On the same line, we have another example like the time difference between two message arrival. That is also the example of continuous sample space because we cannot judge or write the time difference between two messages arriving. So start with zeros on infinity. Difference between two different voice calls over a particular network. Same, this is the example of continuous sample space. So this is simple exercise for you. What is the sample space of the buttered toast random experiment? So let us see what it can be. So the sample space of buttered toast random experiment will be buttered side up and the butter side down. So it has only two possible outcomes. Either we can pour the butter on the upside or we can pour the butter on the downside. But there is no third or fourth possibilities because in probability, in sample space, we are talking about the unbiasedness. So we will only apply the butter on two sides of the toast experiment, either it is upside or it is downside. So this is also the example of discrete sample space. Hope so all of you will understand the concept of sample space and the type of sample space by listening this lesson. Thank you.